Messages of condolence from the following groups. We want to appreciate the entire OBs who are continuing to bring their messages to us. I think they've now raised 15 million. We want to thank you, entire OBs, for your contribution and your message to the family. Civil Aviation Authority, Ambassador Franklin Katungwe, who is our Deputy Head of Mission to Brussels, General Tafire, Mbara High School, the Honorable Rosemary Nyachkongoro, the Kabarore Dairy and Biogas Association, the Shaka Adventist Hospital, Beranyanji Junior School, the Church of Uganda Nsika Deaconry, Reliable Investment Group, Mr. and Mrs. Bitarabeho. We have the Katera Dairy Farm, Our Lady of Good Counsel, the Parental Care Nursery and Primary School, the RDC and RCC Fraternity, represented here by the RDC of Bushenyi, Honorable Oliver Katwesije, the Ramashonje family, Frederick Rujoba, Mr. and Mrs. Frederick Rujoba, Muhabwe Laban, the family of GW Katsikano, United Bus Owners Association, Uboa, and finally Swift Safaris Bus Company, and just now we have also the Bashisha family. We have all those messages that have been received. We want to appreciate you and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Maurice. I now want to take this very singular opportunity to welcome the State Minister for Transport. As members of our parliament, Mbwenu Chechu, hatuna nyekamba buriraho.
Mzee Leikanon, who is now the bereaved father, and the children of Bashasha, the church, the representative of His Excellency the President, my brother Magese, all of you distinguished leaders in your different capacities. I'm called Musa Echweru. I am the minister responsible for works in the Ministry of Works and Transport. So on the onset, if you see a good road, that's me. Then if you see potholes, that's my permanent secretary. So I have come here to represent the Ministry of Works and Transport. I have a very brief message signed by General Katumba Wamala, our senior and overall in the ministry. But before I say that, before I read the message, which is very brief, Church, allow me to say I've been listening very attentively to the speeches and statements attributed to the mama we are going to bid farewell to today. I had not interacted and not met her, but I've had the opportunity to rub shoulders with her two sons, the man in charge of the manifesto, and Katshabe, my commissioner in the Ministry of Works and Transport. Let me say something about Katshabe. They say Mama was very particular about meticulousness, being neat, being smart, even when one is supposed to be casual. We meet regularly in the ministry as top management, a few of us who decide the direction of the Ministry of Works and Transport. And Katshabe is one of those who sits in that top management. But he's the only one first I check, because I try to be neat myself. But most of the time I look at where Katshabe is sitting to see what he has come up with this morning. And I can confirm to you, those are very many smart people. There are many smart people there. But Katshabe, if there was a medal, he would be having it, he would be picking it all the time. very neat, very smart. That's one attribute. The second one is calmness, even in the face of turbulence. Many times when you hear we have a challenge in the country, a particular bus company, for example, is rolling out of killing people, we are supposed to pronounce ourselves as the minister responsible for transport. And we ministers, we take cover in making Katushabe to pronounce himself on behalf of the ministry. Suspend the operation of the bus company, for example, for a week. Then people will call abusing him as if it is personal. But for me, and General Katumba, and Fred, we remain safe because ministers are supposed to be safe. So it shields us. It shields us most of the time. And today allow me to say in public that thank you for shielding us, the ministers. The manifesto man, his responsibility, friends, is to sometimes make us heads of ministries, departments, and agencies to walk through what we have done from the time we elected, say like in 2021 to date. If we had said to do so many roads, what have we done? If we have said to do so many power lines, what have we done? So he invites me, let me confess this today before the church. He invites me and tells me that say this or that. Say, he's the one to panel beat me. What to say and what not to say in public. And he gives me the kind of respect that when I appear on television explaining what we have done, I don't so much talk about what we have not done. Because he has helped me. And that is something. Then the world, the country knows we have done so much. And indeed we have done so much, although still much needs to be done. That brings me to what my uncle from this side was telling me now. My uncle from this side is Honorable Amanyam Shega, a man who holds in very high esteem. And I'm privileged today to the death of our mama has kind of brought us again today together. So he was telling me, actually you drove from Barara to here, did you see the potholes? In his frankness, I said I saw them, and I want to say, for all of you who have been hurt by these potholes, it is true that we are aware of what's happening on that road, and indeed there was something that we had thought should have been done by now, but the company had identified ran into some challenges, and so what we have decided to do now is to get some framework contractor to move in fast to make sure that these potholes that bother us at least are handled before as we plan for very elaborate intervention on the road. So, Uncle Amanyam Shega, in the next few weeks, you'll be seeing a contractor there, so your waste will be saved from the bumpy road. So having said that, condolence message from the minister, particularly to our brother, Honorable Ndugu Katushabe, not yet honorable. The management and staff of the Ministry of Works and Transport learned with sorrow and regret about the death of your dear mother, the late Canon Keroi Bashasha, which occurred on the 24th October 2023 at Mulago Hospital. The cruel hand of death has again robbed us and robbed the family of Works of a dear mother and a strong pillar that has rendered from tremendous support to you, her children in particular, and the community where she hails from. We treasure the work of our hands, particularly for your upbringing and mentorship, which have a direct bearing on your success and steadiness at work. As a ministry, we recognize the tremendous contribution you made during the period of sickness. We commend you for the great support you rendered, particularly in the provision of medical care, which no doubt demonstrated your high level of responsibility and care as a son. On behalf of management and the staff of the Ministry of Works and Transport, and on my own behalf, I convey to you and the entire family our heartfelt condolences upon the loss of your dear mother.